Chapter 6.
Chapter on Emptiness.
Then at that time the Tathagata spoke these verses. In numerous other inconceivable sutras, I have expounded empty phenomena in detail. Hence, here in this Supreme Sutra, empty phenomena I will just briefly explain. As the beings of slight intelligence, ignorance are incapable
of knowing all things. Hence here in this Supreme Sublime Sutra, empty phenomena I explain only in brief, so that all beings may certainly know, so they
may be delivered from cyclic existence. Through compassionate ways, methods, and other means, I have expounded this Supreme Sublime Sutra. The body is like an empty village or house. Senses are like soldiers and thieves. Although they live in the same village, they are unaware of each other. The eye's sense runs after forms. The ear sense indulges in sounds. The nose sense captures numerous smells. The tongue sense always hunts taste. The body sense pursues tactile sensations, and the mental sense grasps at phenomena. These 6 individual senses are each absorbed in their objects. The mind is capricious as an illusion, its 6 senses thoroughly engrossed, like a man who runs to an empty village, and resides there among soldiers and thieves. The mind dwells in the 6 objects, and fully knows the objects of the senses. Therefore the mind resides in 6 objects, and fully
knows the objects of sense engagement, forms, sounds, and likewise smells, tastes, tactiles, and phenomena.
The mind in motion like a bird in flight, in all 6 enters the sense faculties. In whatever sense it abides, it lends that sense its knowing nature. The body, like a machine in an empty village, is without motion and completely without action. Lacking core essence, it arises from conditions. Arising from concepts, it lacks inherent nature. Earth, water, fire, and wind, abiding separately in different parts, like deadly snakes in the same den, are ever in conflict with each other. Of these 4 snakes of elements, 2 move up and 2 move down. Moving by 2s in directions and subdirections, these snakes of the elements will surely perish. The earth snake and the water snake perish down below. The fire snake and the wind snake ascend to the space above. Due to actions done in the past, the mind and consciousness depart from their abodes. Gods,
humans, and 3 lower migrators are born in existence according to deeds done. At death, when phlegm, wind, and bile have been exhausted,
the body is filled with urine and foul matter. Not pleasant, it becomes a heap of worms, discarded like wood at the charnel ground. Behold these things, O goddess. Here beings, persons, and likewise phenomena are empty. Due to ignorance, they arise. These great elements have no great origination. Originating from the unoriginated, they lack origination. Since that which originates does not originate, I have called them the great elements. They do not exist and do not ever exist. Due to ignorance, they come into being. Ignorance itself does not exist. Thus, I have called it ignorance. Action, consciousness, name and form, the 6 sources, contact, feeling, craving, grasping, and existence too. Birth, aging and death, sorrows and afflictions, these comprise the 12 links of dependent origination. The inconceivable suffering of cyclic existence, as they
operate in the wheel of life, have originated from the unoriginated. Thus they are without origination, free from discursive conceptual thought.
Cut the view of self-existence, sever the net of afflictions, brandish the sword of knowledge, behold the abode of aggregates is empty. In this way enlightenment shall be reached. I have opened the door for the city of nectar, and thoroughly entered into its abode. I have utterly revealed the vessel of nectar, with its juice I have been filled. I have beaten the sublime drum of the Dharma. I have blown Dharma's supreme conch. I have rained a sublime shower of Dharma. I have ignited Dharma's supreme torch. I conquered the potent enemy, the afflictions, and hoisted Dharma's victory banner high. I rescued beings from the ocean of existence, and sealed the path of the 3 lower realms. For being scorched by the fire of affliction, without support or cooperative forces, I soothed those burned by delusion's flame, and with nectar juice satisfied such beings. For inconceivably many eons I venerated
inconceivably many Buddhas, fervently seeking Dharmakaya, resolute in my vows, I engaged in bodhisattva deeds. I gave my
hands, eyes, and legs, the supreme part, the head, beloved daughters and sons, crystals, gems, pearls, ornaments, and gold, lapis, and various jewels. A person might cut and chop all that grows on this earth, bushes and trees, grasses and forests, in all the 1,000 worlds. If he ground them to powder and reduced them to dust, a mound reaching the end of space could be built and split into 3 parts. If knowledge of all the dust on earth, infinite units of 1,000 world spheres, was bestowed upon just one being, that being would be extremely superior. Possessed of exalted wisdom, he might count all those particles in that mound of dust. But the extent of the conqueror's knowledge cannot be known. Even in countless tens of millions of eons, the vitality of just a single moment of the conqueror's omniscient wisdom cannot be measured or gauged. This is the end of Chapter 6.